Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
I got my piece now. I cleaned all around the edges. Did you see that?
Yeah.
When I cleaned them, though, I went ahead and beveled the edges. Beveling the edges of where you're welding is gonna give you a stronger weld because it's gonna penetrate. That's what we want to do because we want to make that weld very strong. Now we got a problem, Charlie. See, it's gonna be hard to hold that in there just right.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do, Charlie? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna fucking fix that, Charlie?
Something to hold it with.
Precisely. Do you got an answer, Charlie? What we got to do is we got to get a piece of scrap metal. We're going to tack weld it onto there. That way we can precisely put it exactly where we want it, because it's not really this that counts, it's this piece of steel of how it's welded on. We want that to be perfectly straight up and down. We don't want it to be sticking out or sticking in, because what's going to happen if we weld it wrong, okay? Can you hear me better now, Charlie?
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen, we don't want to hold it with the bolt. What's going to happen, okay, if that thing's at an angle, then the hinge plate's going to be at an angle. If that thing's at an angle this way, you see what I'm saying? We have to have that perfectly in there, bud. Let me get a piece of scrap iron. You got my welder plugged in, Charlie? Is it ready to go?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
All I'm going to do, Charlie, I'm just going to turn my welder up to the proper heat range and speed. I'm just gonna tack weld this fucking thing on here, Charlie. Just with one little tack weld. See, that's all I want. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I mean, Charlie? You see that right there?
Yeah.
Okay, now I got me a handle, bud. Okay? Now I got a handle that I can go ahead and hold that thing precisely where I want it, bud. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stick that back in there just like that. Okay, and now if you look right there, what am I looking at, Charlie? You can see where it precisely fits in there.
Yeah.
But it looks like we got us a little problem, bud. Okay, let's get that in there where it goes. There it is, right there. Okay, that's how it goes right there. You got to make sure that's where it looks like it's bent out just a little bit over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my what that's caused from, okay, what that's caused from is breaking away, bud. So now I'm going to take my handle, I'm going to hold it in place, and it looks like we're almost there, dude. How's that look to you, Charlie?
Pretty good.
Not really. You've got to get it in there where it fits perfect, dude. Right there. So I'm going to hold that in place just like you see. This is going to be kind of a trick because we got to pop it in there just right. I'm going to go ahead and weld that bottom first, see. I'm going to tack weld that bottom in place. Then we'll see, the problem we have here is this thing's so fucked up, bud. I'm going to have to grind that down a little bit, that edge. Get it to fit in there flat. You see what I mean?
Yep.
It's all warped out, it's bent out of shape. have that fitting in there right, dude. You can't have it. Okay, let me go ahead and weld that bottom. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my hammer, my body hammer, there we go. Let me get that welded on. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get that flushed in. See what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Now what's real important when welding this is you don't want to weld that back plate, Charlie. You want to make sure that back plate does not get welded. Do you see what I'm saying? See what I'm doing there, dude?
Yep.
Now that we got it in place, okay, now that we got that tack welded in place, I'm going to go ahead and take my cutting wheel. Okay, do you see there, Charlie?
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and cut our handle off, bud. Our permanent, there we go, look at here, I don't even have to. But I'm going to go ahead and clean that off. Okay, now we can go ahead and weld that on there like we need to be, see? Are we out of wire, Charlie? Here we go. You gotta be very careful. There's a crack right here, see? If you don't get those cracks out of there, you're fucked. You have to weld past the crack. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to weld past the crack, because if you don't, then it's just going to crack back out. I'm being very careful because I don't want to weld that plate to the that back plate has to be able to move, Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a crack right here, look. I want to look real good. I want to make sure there's no more cracks. I want to make sure everything's welded up solid. And what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at the situation, why this door is designed this way. Let me show you here. You can bring the camera over here now, Charlie. Zoom it out. Okay. Why do they have these gaps right here? Why is there a square hole on each side when all it takes is 3 bolts? Do you see what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense, because this is what's making our hinge plate weak right here, is having this right here, okay?
Yeah.
They should have made that solid, okay? Because the only holes you need are those. But do you see that moving in there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's real important, okay, to make sure that still moves around. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm up here, Charlie, okay? What I'll do is I'll go ahead and grind all that down, I'll flatten it all out, and then we will take our other piece down here, Charlie. I'll take my other piece, I'll fold it over easily, I'll weld that back in place, and I think we'll be okay to put our door back on after we change the hinges, which that's what we're going to show you how to do next. This is a little lesson for you, how to fix your old door. And even if you don't want to fix your old door, now you fucking know how. Am I right, Charlie?
Yep.
It's not just a lesson for Charlie. Charlie's the camera guy today. Charlie's a good guy. Charlie's a quick learner. Are you a quick learner? That's the real question.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.